Hey, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I am making a little scrapbook or photo book for my little grand girl to use this Halloween. She can color some pictures in there if she likes, or she can put some photographs of herself in her Halloween costume, or just whatever she feels like doing. And later on in the video, I'll show you the papers that I used inside where she can go in and decorate that. This wonderful image on the front is from Connie Fong, and it is called Sweet Autumn Kitty. And I will link that below so you will be able to find that because it is just adorable. Okay, so I've just got a few of my tools out, my crocodile, my scissors that cuts through double score tape. I've got some old scrap papers from Close to My Heart that have sort of Halloween colors. And I have some purple and white yarn twine. And I have some paper clips. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with those later in the video. This is the cover of my book, and it is approximately 12 inches, and it's scored down the middle. And here are all the pages I told you about. Some of them are blank, so she can color or draw, and some of them are already decorated with some pretty papers that she can use for her photographs. I chose to make my book about 4.5 inches tall, and it'll be about 6 inches wide. Now I've already scored down the middle at 6, and now I'm putting in my front fold for my front page of my book. I chose to put it in at 6 3/8. So then I had to come in and score that front page only. I only scored the front page, and you'll see why I did this in a minute. And then I came in and I scored every single page in the book at 3/8 to either side of the 6-inch mark. So you're going to see that here in just a minute. Now this folds back, all right, on itself, and that's where the book will open. So moving on now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use all these different papers, and we're going to do the same thing. And again, you have to score both sides so they will both flip back. Now, through the art of editing, we can do this really quickly and be done with this in just a few moments. Again, I did it to every single page, and now I'm inserting them all in there and giving it a nice crisp fold on the 6-inch mark again. All right, so now we have it all put together, and you can see how this is going to work. Now, the time has come to measure this because I'm going to go ahead and put some big gold brads in this. So I decided I would come down 1 inch from the top and mark that, and then up 1 inch from the bottom and mark that. So I just put little pencil marks in there, and at that point I'm looking for my pencil, but there it is. So I put that in at 1 inch. I just push the bottom up to 4 inches and then mark another dot at 3 inches. Now, as you can see, I've got those marked pretty big there and pretty dark so I can see those holes that I want. And I'm going to come in with my crocodile, which has a hole punch, and I can just punch the hole on the front cover only. Because when I stick my brads through, I'm only sticking them through the front cover and all of the pages. I will not go through the back cover. Now I've already marked in there where they're going to go on the pages, but I'm just lining it up to be sure. And now I'll come in and I'll punch those. I'll punch both sides. Now there are my brads. And I just simply lay those into place. Aren't those cool brads? They're really big and chunky. I like them. And I'll list them below. So if you like them too, you'll be able to find them. I'm making sure that the arms of the brads go straight up and down. I'm putting a piece of double score tape directly over that. And now I will closely fold over that bottom. And now that's going to be stuck in there. All right, so although this was already inked in a color, I did not like the color, so I went over it again with some close to my heart inks. And now I'm going to go ahead and go around this black circle, and actually it's a white circle, and I'm going to color it black. I do that because I have lots of scrap white paper to cut circles and such. So when I do offsets, I will oftentimes do that and then just use a marker and color whatever color I want that offset to be. Coming in with double score tape, and I'm going through the layers that are going to go on my front cover, and I will adhere those together with double score tape and Fabri-Tac. Now here, this score tape is pretty wide, and I didn't feel like I needed it to be that wide. So to save a few cents here, I went ahead and cut it in half and did it that way. And I will link those scissors below in case you need a pair of those scissors to cut sticky tape, because it really does work quite well. All right, so now we have this front cover just about done. We've got our sweet kitty scene on, but I decided I wanted a triple bow underneath the sentiment or the title here. And so what I did is I wrapped that yarn 3 times. So there were 3 loops around my first finger and my pinky finger. Then I just laid it down on the table. You'll see me do that here. And I went to get my fishing line. And I could not find my fishing line, but I finally found it. It was right on the table from when I had used it on a project just a few days ago. But anyway, here it is now. I have found it. And all I'm going to do is tie a knot with that fishing line around my little twine bow. And it really, especially with these cotton twines, it really sticks to that, and it makes it really simple. I'm going to go ahead and lay it out on here and see what it looks like. And then I'm going to fidget with my bow a bit, trim off the ends of the yarn. And then I'm going to grab a pencil, mark the center of the bow, and put a little bit of double score tape right over that dot. A little bit of Fabri-Tac. Put my bow in place. Now, I knew that if I put that big circle on there, it was going to be wobbly. And again, I'm making this for my little grand girl who's only 6.5. So I decided I wanted a little more stability. So I put 3 layers of that cereal box, those little rectangles, 3 layers of that. And now this is going to fit on there pretty snugly now and make contact with those as well as the twine. So it should stay on there for her. Now I'm going to bring that twine back, and I'm going to loop that around these big chunky brads, or as she would say, chonky, these big chunky brads. I'm going to loop that twine underneath, pick up the bottom piece, and just tie a bow. So there we go, a nice little bow there. And then I will trim that up and go ahead and tie one more knot over it again, just to see if we can keep that in there. Trim the ends, and we're basically done. Now, let me just give you one more little idea for this. I thought, she might want some little pieces of extra paper. So I went ahead and just paper clipped them in for her using some yellow and green and white paper clips. And then she can use them to back photos, or she can cut things out using that paper to decorate her book. Hey, thanks for joining me today. This was just a really fun, quick Halloween project. I will leave all the information for you below in the box, and you can leave questions for me there as well. And I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.